Hello everyone, how's it going? My name's Valhard Pickle, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. Today we are finishing at least the exterior and hopefully the interior as well of our Ficsmas factory. If you don't know what Ficsmas is, it's our little Christmas event here in Satisfactory. It's pretty cool. You can craft a bunch of new items. If you've played it last year, there's nothing new this year, but we are revisiting it because it's kind of fun regardless. But one thing I do definitely want to try and do is just get straight into it, because I've spent the last couple of episodes yapping, having a little bit of fun, but no, not today. Well, I probably will end up yapping for quite a bit, but no, I just want to get straight into it. However, today we are starting over in our starter factory. That is because there is one resource I am continuously... Why have I got this? Oh, I know why. Yeah, okay, I don't actually need that. There's one resource that I continuously never have enough of, and that is concrete. Luckily, I don't think we are actually using that much concrete today, so we should be alright. Fingers crossed. But regardless, let's try and head back over now to our Ficsmas factory. And you can see it just over there in the background. It looks a little bit crap as of right now, but I'm hoping today we're going to try and just make everything look a little bit better. That's the plan, at least. Either way, to everyone watching over on YouTube and Twitch, whether you guys are watching live or on demand, thank you guys very much for tuning in. And yeah, I hope that you guys go on to enjoy the live stream. Yes. I was supposed to AFK at the end of last stream, but I've been so busy the last 24 hours, I just haven't really had the opportunity to. So, here we are. And the reason why I was going to AFK was so that I can try and gather a bit more concrete. But to be fair, today's stream is going to be about 2 hours long, maybe a little bit longer if we've got time. I don't know if we do, but it'll be around that sort of time anyway. So we should be able to produce quite a bit of concrete in that time as well. Because I believe we're making somewhere around the 120 concrete per minute mark. So 120 times by 120. In total, that is roughly 14,000 concrete. And if it stacks like 500 concrete per stack, that's 28 stacks of concrete just in this one live stream. So I don't think that's too bad. I think that's alright. Welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing good. We are still shadow banned, by the way. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. YouTube's banned us. But it's fine. Oh. Oh dear. Yeah, I forgot I removed a couple things here and there. So this is our Ficsmas factory. Of course it's night, by the way. It's always night whenever I start my streams. It's really annoying. So this is how it's going so far. It's right next to our coal power plant. Of course, if you've seen the last 2 or 3 live streams, you would have already known about this. Well, I did quite a lot of work. Why are you having weird texture problems? It's the lighting. That's really weird. Oh well, there's nothing I can really do about that, I don't think. I don't have to do much about that. So the thing I suppose I want to try and do now is work on our tower, which is somewhere up here. The concept's rather... Oh, hello. The concept's rather simple. Just want a tower, really. I just want a tower. That's going to go somewhere along here. And this is the rough design I'm thinking of, so we can place this here. And then it just goes straight up. Until we get to around about there, where I've then got to try and indent it a little bit, which is going to be interesting. Let me just save this very quickly. Is that right? It is right. Fantastic. 008. Beautiful. And I select this. And I select my Ficsmas background color. Great. And the reason as to why I want to try and save that is because if I load in... Is it this one? I assume it's this one. Yes. If I just get rid of this and I only have the glass in here, I wonder what that's going to look like. Should be okay. Let's see. Belt work for the new factory. Nice. That's good to hear. I don't really want you coming that far back either. There we go. Just everything here needs to go. And we'll see where we can go from there. I mean, I'm making this blueprint cheaper, so I don't mind. Saving a good, at least like 7, maybe 800 concrete. Because before this was 1,200, which is obviously quite a lot. But hopefully now it'll be quite a bit cheaper. Is the plan at least. Okay, let's go around this side just so I don't accidentally delete a part of my new factory. But that isn't really ideal. I don't want to be deleting my own things. Like that, for example. Like, that was close. I'll just go with this first. I only select the lights. Like so. There we go. Low and steady. I don't want to over-delete. If I over-delete, that's just going to make my life more difficult than it has to be. And it doesn't have to be, so... There we go. Okay. And now I save you as 009 it should be. There we go. Beautiful. And let's see what you're going to look like if I was just to add you along here, for example. Blueprint modes, although you don't actually do anything. Okay. There. Dealing with 32,750 bolts is not easy, and also 6,400 water and 9,600 copper. Yeah, that doesn't sound easy. Oh, I've still left one over there. Darn it, man. Didn't even see it. Yep, save blueprint, that's fine. I didn't think we'd be making 9 blueprints for this one factory, but here we are. I thought it'd be a relatively small project, but... Well, when have I ever done a small project, right? That's good. That's completely wrong. Why are you there? Oh, right, yeah. If I can, I want to get rid of that. Just like so. So the problem that I had originally with this glass being here is that there was too much glass. Simply put. Also, do you line up with each other? No. And preferably you actually have to, and you appear to be different. No, you're the same, just look completely different though. Okay. So, in that case... Wait, no, I think you actually... Yeah, you do line up with this, but you don't line up with that. That's kind of annoying. So then I would have to bring you up like this. Something like that. Okay. I don't like how, in theory, none of this lines up. Even though it technically does for what I need it to do. I think what I want is the interior of this here. But the exterior of this here. How can I do that? I know how. Okay. So this is fine. I want to leave this for now. One thing I do want to very quickly do though is open up. I believe it's this one. Actually, I might not be. That one. No. There we go. A power grid crash. Nuclear waste. Oh dear. Did you manage to solve it? I mean, I assume so. I want this. In fact, would it be easier if I was just to add it on manually rather than trying to make this separate blueprints? Probably. Let's see. So I have to get rid of... Actually, there's no point me doing that there. I just want to do it properly. Welcome, Maga. Hope that you're doing good. The buffer storage for the waste. Oh, that's... Well, not for me, luckily. I don't have any waste problems. So how tall is this? Not tall enough is the answer. And get rid of that. And same thing here as well. Right, so everything here has to stay. But now I'm wondering. Can I do this? Just like so. Well, I can. But it's not big enough. Which is a bit of a problem. Add. Lovely. There we go. Good morning. Yeah, hope that you're doing good. We're not stressed here at all. Nope. So I think you're going to come out to around about there. Because the door's going to go there. The glass, and there we go. Let's see how this is going to work. Let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet, by the way, so I can adjust. I know I say the exact same thing for every single stream, but the problem is no one ever says there's a problem. Sometimes I watch back the streams and my voice is too quiet or the background music's too loud, and it's annoying, so if there is a problem, just let me know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so you're then attached to this. There. So it looks like I am going to have to make some improvements here somewhere. I don't know how. Because you're 2 foundations too low. I can't really move you up anymore, can I? I can always try. There we go. So then I get rid of this. And very quickly just... Okay, then I won't do that. I'll do this. There we go, just get rid of that. And one more around that side. And I continue with you. The lights behind here can just go. And just select this over the copy and paste feature. There we go. And the wall that I'm looking for is this one. Just like that. Okay. I mean, that's what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. I don't know if it's necessarily going to look nice, though, or if it's going to function because of this. So now let's try... Should I rename the blueprints? I will. There we go. Just in case I want to try and go back to what I had prior. I get you. So you're still not the right level, even after all of our little tweaking there. Okay. Unless you can go up by a little bit. Only by about 1 foundation, though. Okay. If I was just to move you over here. So how much further do I have to try and go up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quite a long way. And do I even like this design anyway? Let's try and look at this from an exterior point of view rather than an interior, just for now. So then you will be over here. Up by 1 there for a sec. There we go. Just like that. And I suppose, yeah, we would have something here. But the problem before is that there was way too much glass. Now you're on different levels, that's fine, because this one's wrong. And again, a very similar sort of problem here. Why is it so difficult to make this wall? It really shouldn't be. Because I can't just replicate what I did here, which would have been the easiest thing for me to try and do. Fixed now, nice, good to hear. If I get rid of this very quickly. And then just try this. There. Then I think this has to stick out a little bit, doesn't it? And I can't do that because when I try and add this to here, it then just becomes a little bit of a nonsense behind there, which is annoying. And this now lines up. See, this is what I mean. It looks nicer from the interior. There we go. Should just line up there. It does eventually. Yeah, I don't really want this here though. If I was just to line this up though, just double checking. You are on the correct level now to that. You would then be here. Yeah, so this would be where I would like you to be placed. Which then leaves me with 2 foundations there in the middle, which would just be glass. In fact, no, it would be 1 foundation, because you would then have to be copied over here. Huntington floors, yeah. Okay, let's try this. There are going to be some problems here, but let's just see how it looks from the exterior. Then again, we'll double check interior. This will look fine. I'm almost thinking, though, to get rid of this one and then replace that with glass. Because there has to be 3 foundations in the middle, doesn't it? So you'd have to go. I don't know if I've got a blueprint without that. 9, no. 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 Definitely no. Oh, and there goes my blueprints. Okay. No. I don't think I do. Annoyingly. Okay, so I have to try and make that if I want this design. Because the problem is I can spend ages on a blueprint, but I might not like the actual design of it. One side wall, one side window. Then it won't look symmetrical. I'm trying to make it look a little bit symmetrical if I can. So yeah, if I get rid of that, it then needs something here though. Like it needs to stick out by a little bit. And I have got a blueprint for that. I believe it's this one. Oh, it'd take me ages. Let me just do this. There we go. Just like that. So these ones can go up like so. That again can continue to go up. And I think that will actually end up looking fine. Just going to make sure that these are actually attached to one another, which I don't know how I can do that. If I get rid of this, then get rid of that again. You're placed on... Okay, are you on the wrong level? You are. How are you on the wrong level, but then this is correct? This all has to go up by 1, apparently. Yeah, okay. Right. I knew this was going to be difficult, but... Damn. Looking nice so far. I don't know. I'm not loving this build, if I'm honest. I'm really, really not. It was fine the other day, but now it's just too much. It's too much and not enough. It's like the worst design thing I've done in a while, actually. I really hate it. It looks nicer like this. Literally nothing there. Ugh. Let's try one more thing. Is this one? Nope. Nope, stop changing blueprints. Okay, this is the one that I would like just to test something out with. If I was to move this here... So you're now on the correct level. There's one blueprint that ends there. The wall looks bland. Do you mean the wall that I haven't started working on yet? I mean, yeah, I would hope it looks bland. If there's something there, then preferably now on this side. Than that. It's all the same colour, which is another problem. Wait. Okay, I might have thought of something here. What I'm going to try and do is drag this down here. And... all of this as well. Just like that. Get rid of this. And then continue this wall all the way down here now as well. There. Now what I want to do is remove this wall here. And have everything inside of this little, I suppose, little tower just be glass. There we go. I do actually need you to be here. Then I think, yeah, this should look fine. I think. Suppose we're going to find out in just a moment. Oh, hello. Really? Damn, I didn't realise I use that much stuff, but sure. Then what we'll do is just drag you up. Drag you up there as well. And continue this design. Let's go all the way up there. And I suppose everything here in the middle can then just be glass. Until we get to, let's say, this floor. Where we can then continue this design. Which will look a little bit like... like this. I think you have to be there, don't you? Yes. Get rid of that. Move you up to here. Then get rid of these two. And literally just half nudge you back. There. Perfect. There is an absolutely tiny gap there, which you just won't be able to notice, so that's fine. Then what I could do is grab this light, line it up there, and that's basically it. Okay. You can then continue back over here, where you will then come up to around about this point. I'm not going to do this in a blueprint designer. At this point, it is literally just easier for me just to do it. I think it should look alright in the end. Actually, no, I don't want you there. Don't tell me that's one too long again. Damn it. I literally clicked it the millisecond it's added an extra meter there. Oh well. They don't have to be connected. Yeah, that was the plan. I was either going to add glass or just keep it empty. I think it would look really cool if there was something just flying through it. I can't think of anything. I suppose a train. Yeah. Do I want to add a train to this? I kind of do. Like, imagine being down here than just seeing a train around here. That would be sick. The station would have to go somewhere above us here, though. Which is a massive train station. Yep. So it would take up most of this area. Which is fine, because what I could do is just add a wall, let's say here. Okay. But then this glass roof will then be gone. Unless I add the train station inside of here. Which I think won't really make much sense. I suppose that's what this area could be. Keep this the way it is with all the nature. And have the train come in through here. It'll be a long trip, but I don't massively care. The only thing it will consume is electricity, which I've got enough of. It comes in through this wall around there. It doesn't have, like, the track doesn't have to look beautiful, it just has to function. And it comes in all the way through here. Then how big is the actual station in regards of height? That could be our next problem now. Yep, it's as tall as I thought it'd be. So in that case, the station would have to be... In theory, I can actually put it inside the wall. That actually doesn't look too bad. Oh. If I was able to hide that, having the sign peek down there, that's not too bad. Regarding this, what I could do is just stretch out a couple of platforms. Or foundations. Railway stations. I think they've been called railway stations for a while, haven't they? I've always called them train stations, because in this game, they're not actually known as trains, they're called locomotives. And... carts, isn't it? Wagons, sorry. Wagons. So in theory, they're not... Well, they are trains, but they're not called trains. Do I go with that idea? And put the train station literally... Oh, sorry, the railway station literally right here. I think that could be really interesting. Or maybe even jut it out a little bit. Okay, I'm having too many ideas. See, this is the problem now. I'm messing around with trains, and often when I mess around with trains, we're in for a long stream. I've actually forgotten how trains even work in this game. Do I have to place it like this? I've actually forgotten how locomotives work. Yeah, so it's facing that way, so I assume if it's coming from that direction, I want it to be facing this direction. There we go. You thought it was a freight car and train station, electro locomotive, if I can speak English. Does make sense? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they did change it. Right, so how do you look from here now? Obviously, you stick out. I could definitely make this a design feature. I could definitely make it a design feature. The curbside is where the locomotive... Yeah. Okay. Thank you. There. Okay, that's now lined up to where I want it to be. I want you to be further inwards, like so. Which means you're sticking out a little bit, and that's honestly fine. I don't hate that. If I do, I can just change it, because it's simple. In that case, if I do this, you're no longer coming through that wall. And you're still there. And when it comes to the actual platforms themselves, surface to uneven. If I do this, okay, I can trick the system. Oh, try and pronounce this name. Orville. I don't know where the L came from. Score? It's like whoever's invented the name screamed halfway through it. Got someone shouting there. Govd. Govd. School. Skilvd. Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. Apologies to any Swedish listeners today. It was good in your eyes. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it does need at least one foundation out here, like so. Then a little bit of this. Govden. Cool. Oh. Ooh. Ooh there. Okay. It sounds like I'm trying to summon a spirit. Oh, is that where Coffee Stain Studios is? Alright. I should have probably known it then. There we go. Although you should actually be a little bit higher up, shouldn't you? Yeah. After all of that. What is the perfect height? Oh. Okay, we've got it first try. That's quite nice. But in that case, let's remove this. Which is fine. There we go. Nice. Then you come out here by a little bit, by 5. That's grand, I suppose. Then you come down like that. You go up by around that much, would say. Then just select you lot. Lovely. Now, regarding you, how far back did I say I wanted to try and go with this? Because when it comes, well, it depends. Like, how much iron and copper do I need? If I'm able to transport 48 slots per minute, that's 4,800. Divide that by 2 because we've got 2 items. That's 2,400 per minute. 24 stacks. I doubt I'm even going to want that much. So I think what we'll do then is we'll do this. We'll go onto transport, right platform, and have you facing this direction. And what I can do is just have you lot just go straight down into these little columns, and that's it basically. Okay. Then have you come up to here. And fill in everything here. I mean, I'm really making this up. I mean, you guys can probably tell. I am really just making this up as I go along now. And I feel like that's actually fine. As shocking as it is to absolutely nobody, I kind of make up the majority of my builds. In fact, every single one of them I just build and hope that it works out. And I feel like that's a pretty fun way to play the game. Of course, I do care quite a bit about logistics and making sure that I have the right amount of items. When it comes to things like exterior builds, I don't really care that much, I'd say. As long as it's somewhat presentable, I'm relatively happy. And luckily, I would say this is somewhat presentable by my standards, so. So then, you're just going to cut straight through this, and I think, again, when you're walking around here, just being able to see that train go across the factory like that, I think it will look pretty cool. I don't know, I'm lying a little bit because I haven't done it yet, so I don't know if it's going to look cool or not, but one would assume it would look rather nice. I do actually want to design a very quick blueprint where this rail is essentially dangling from the ceiling. Yeah, okay, I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself. All I wanted to do was design a tower, now I'm doing train BS. Having said that though, it is kind of fun, so zero regrets on my part. And add that there. And that's basically it. I don't want it to look too complicated. And the reason as to why I've built this little box here is because I think it will just add a little bit to the factory, just having an extra little platform out here, like so. Grab that, zone you lot in like so. Train station and freight car. Oh, I think it might be because of my language settings. Because I've set mine to like English, like actual English, not American English, like real English. So in England, because we call it a railway station, maybe it's changed it to railway station? Because of the language? See, this is where, like, if a dev was watching the stream, they'd be like, oh, and actually, you're being an idiot because, you know, X, Y, and Z, but I think it might be because of the language settings. Okay, that looks fine. The very final... well, I say very final, that's a bit of a lie, isn't it? One of the final things I want to try and do is add a low barrier here. That's probably why... yeah, I'd assume so. Okay, that adds something. I don't... yeah. Now, just thinking out loud, would this look nicer if I just added a wall here? I don't know. I think it looks fine. Yeah, we'll stick with that. I quite like the way the glass looks now along here. Great. Again, we can always tweak this. I might even add a sign down there eventually. Oh. Oh. I've thought of something. I had an idea. Again, just thinking out loud. How would this look? I can't imagine it would look terrible, but stranger things have happened. There. And just so you're not Z snapping, I then half nudge it into the foundation. Yeah, that's fine. A chrome finish. This is like my very first time this season using chrome. It looks fine. I might change. I probably will end up changing it, but yep. You know, speaking about chrome, I'll then make you chrome here as well, because I think that will just match the aesthetic of the factory. And I think I'm going to end up painting a lot of the machines chrome. as well, but we'll see. That's neither here nor there. Right, so you're now done with that. Are you in the middle? Okay, you definitely are centralized. Good. I thought for a second it wasn't centralized, and that would have definitely triggered me. Oh well. And how's it look from underneath here now? That looks a little bit weird, but again, adding a couple of signs. In fact, you know what? Oh, see, this is what I keep doing whenever I play this game. I think of something, it looks fine. I then tweak it, it looks and then I have to tweak it for the next hour so that it looks fine afterwards. Okay, that's the worst thing I've ever added into this game. I want to try and do like speed lines along here. Even though, of course, a building can't really have speed lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. Get the foundation, bring you out. Go round about here. Nope. Yeah, I suppose I have actually got to try and do this. There we go. I'll just get rid of that actually. There we go. Is it going to work? No. It really does not want to work. That's fine. And I select this again and add this here. What functionality does this serve? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just want to do it. And see if it looks nice. Well, I mean, I don't know if it looks nice. It looks like something. So we would have to do. If I change the material, sorry, to this. Holy lag? Okay. Holy lag. It shouldn't be that laggy. Then I paint you to carbon. Something like this. There's no real idea behind this. I'm just trying to think of a pattern. And I mean, this would work. And what I do is go up here. This time, I'm actually going to be painting you guys as white as I can. And that's completely intentional. I want this to stick out in a huge contrast to the dark chrome or carbon fiber that I'm using. You're then going to come down by a little bit here as well. Even though we've got a bunch of glass around here, the one thing that is missing is a bit more light. So let's add it. Firstly, how does that look? Yeah, looks alright. You are a bit too wide. Me after Christmas Day. Screens overhead? Yeah, that's something I can do, yeah. How does that look? I actually quite like it. It gives it its own entire little platform there. Okay. Let's see. The next thing is, where am I actually going to connect the power to? Through here. Okay. Operation connects the bloody power. Some of you may die, but it's a risk I am willing to take. That was a Lord Farquaad reference in 2025. So I normally just chuck this here. I know I could technically have it go up. In fact, ooh, no. Because then that would be really, ooh. Wait. This might be a bit of a sin here, but I want to see if it's going to work. Okay. It might look a little bit weird. Actually, this looks really weird. Just having this. I didn't even look from this angle. That's completely fine. I can change that. What my plan was going to be was this. Connect you guys up together. So bring you in line with this. Bring you up to there. The train should now be connected to power. It is fantastic. Fantastico. So Operation Connect the Bloody Power has now been very successfully completed. Except no, it hasn't actually, because I've still got to connect the power from down there. Okay. This will work. I know exactly what I'm doing, don't worry. I've done this millions of times before. If that doesn't strike confidence, I don't know what will. So we need to now go to organization, ceiling lights. And plonk you in the middle. We'll then get one more of you over here. Are you lined up? You are, fantastic. If I do a little bit of that, mixed with a little bit of this, and we should be on the road to success. Connecting power lines to either the easiest thing in the factory to do. Yeah, it's either the easiest or it's more difficult. That's fine. I could probably, if I can, get them a little bit higher. As high as it can go. Regarding tomorrow, by the way, I won't be able to stream tomorrow. Most likely. Well, no, tomorrow is the 11th. I'm technically streaming the 12th, but it's like 1 AM, so it's still part of the same day for me. So, in case you guys do want to watch the Game Awards, then yeah, feel free to tune into the channel. We're going to see Game of the Year, which should be rather exciting. I haven't really got any horses in the race. I could not care less who wins it. Because next year it's going to be GTA 6. If it ever comes out, we'll see. Am I excited for GTA 6? I could not care less, if I'm completely honest. I know everyone's like, yo, GTA 6 is going to be incredible. I don't know. I'm sure it will be great, but I have very low expectations of video games nowadays. I think that's the reason why I'm enjoying Cyberpunk so much. It's because going into it, I just had such little expectations. Of course, I kind of knew about the whole 1.1 meme with Cyberpunk, of how the game launched and how bad it was. So I was expecting that. So far, it has not been that. I mean, yeah, there's bugs. I have encountered bugs, and it's annoying. But from clips I've seen of what the game was like 5 years ago, it's night and day difference. It got delayed to 2027. Because I think, again, I might be wrong with this. I am a bit out of the loop when it comes to GTA, purely for the fact that I just don't care. But I believe they said it was coming out February of 2026. And I think it might have been delayed to November the last time I checked. Again, I might be completely wrong about that. Is there any game I'm actually excited about? Yes. The new Elder Scrolls game. Which I know it keeps getting either delayed or not announced fully, and it's annoying. But I think that'll be great. And the main reason I'm excited for that is because I'm hoping that Bethesda will then start... Is it Bethesda? I think so, isn't it? Yeah. Because then Bethesda can then start working on the next Fallout game. And you guys have heard my Fallout complimentary talk about how much I actually really enjoy the TV show recently and how I've gotten back into the Fallout universe. Not Fallout Boy, but as in Fallout the game, even though Fallout Boy is a very good band. So I would quite like if they were to do a new Fallout game anytime soon, but odds of that happening is low. It's low, it's low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. But let's see. I had a bit of a brainstorm moment just a second ago. Let's see if this is going to look nice. If I have 3 on each side. I quite like the open sort of look this has. So, oh, nice. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be an improvement. I like that. No, I do. It needs one more thing. I promise I'll stop working on this bloody train station. I shouldn't make promises I can't keep, but oh well. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind it. Let's just stick with that then. Oh, wait, isn't that just going to appear through the wall? No. Oh, yeah. No one's ever going to see it. You guys saw it, but it's okay. You won't tell anyone, right? Thank you. And half nudge you back there a little bit. If you've never used the half nudge, I massively recommend it. It is an absolute lifesaver. I've used it too many times. And I will continue to use it. I wonder, should I... Should I come down by an extra meter along here? How would that look? I like that. I do. I don't want to do too much though in this area. I just want to keep it like this. It's still somewhat minimalistic. I'll have to paint you all white here as well. Even to the edges. Yeah, I could try and do that. Yeah, I like this. Yep. If I was to do that. It's exactly like what I was talking about earlier on. I do something, it's fine, then I spend God knows how long trying to make it look better. There we go. Yeah, I'll stick with this. I like it. There we go. Just managed to select it. No, I don't want to add anything to that one. Okay, so there we go. That is our train station. The good thing about this train station is that it's actually indented itself very nicely into the factory itself. It doesn't take up that much room. It's still functional. The underneath part is still completely functional as a factory, and the top part's decent as a train station. And considering I had absolutely no intention to add a train station until about 20 minutes ago, I think we've made it look fine. I'm not a massive fan of these lights glitch thing, but not really much I can do about that. Okay, from a pedestrian POV, how does it look? Smooth. Clean. I like it. From the main entrance itself, it looks fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. It's not going to win any awards for prettiness, but by my standards, it's okay. And again, as a pedestrian walking towards it, it looks quite nice. Okay. Again, I'm still uncertain about how this tower is going to end up looking. Or even if I want a tower. I know I've kind of done it now, and I think it would look weird without it. Yeah, it would look weird without it. Then it would just be like a massive rectangle. The whole point of adding a tower to any project I do is so that it doesn't look like a rectangle or a square or anything. But no, okay, this is starting to come together. It literally all comes down to this one wall. No pressure. And by this one wall, I mean the wall up there. One thing I will do though, I've never actually used this before, and I'm so excited to finally be using it. Where is it? Is it in here? Where even is it? There we go, the buffer stop. Oh, you're joking me. Really? Fine, I'll add this here then. After all, I was actually excited for that. That's sad. There we go. Deary me. And the way the train's going to work is luckily rather simple. There's going to be one electric locomotive at the front, one freight wagon in the middle, which can carry... Oh, it's 32 slots, which is 16 slots per item, which is 1,600 iron, 1,600 copper, which, if I get my maths out very quickly... Where is it? Foundry. Okay, yeah, we don't need that much. 1,600 divided by 10, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Then you're a 3-to-1 ratio. So the worst case scenario, it's going to be 500 of these things per minute. But do I want to have 100 foundries just to make this? No. So I'm not going to need that much iron or copper. So one is completely fine. 1.5 foundations long. Yeah, so this was one... It was close, to be fair. It's very close. If I was to have this... Wait, surely that would be fine, right? The factory must grow. Heck yes. Welcome back, Adriel. Hope that you're well. Oh, so... Oh, right. Yeah. It was one little nudge too short, which is fine. So yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Now let's continue with this. There's actually one tower in... I keep talking about Cyberpunk now, I'm so sorry. There's one tower in Cyberpunk, which I believe is owned by the... Ashika? Is it Ashika? The Japanese family. It's owned by them, and it looks really nice. I want to try and mimic something like that. Not today, because I haven't got the mental capacity to, but one day. Doing great, how are you? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. The day's been fine, a little bit stressful if I'm honest, because I've been dealing with a lot of like visa paperwork. So that's been just complicated, if I'm honest. It'll be worth it in the end. It's for a good thing. One, two, three, four. There we go. Yes. Right, how does this look? It looks how I expected it to look, which is fine. You then just continue all the way up. But then it'll look bland, won't it? Yeah. I think one thing that I do want to actually try to do here, if I go to my special... This thing... A player's in the way. Really? What? No, you're lying. I'll just chuck a couple of you guys down. There we go. Nothing short of fabulous? Nah. I wish. Doesn't look blunt. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm doing. That's well, I'm having a breakdown. That's what I'm doing. So where did I place that? I placed you. Right. I know what I've done. I know what I've done. Oh. Do I want to do that though? It's cool. Oh, thank you. It's getting there. It's work in progress, but I like factories. I like that anyway, so it's okay. Do you have any ideas for what you could do to fill up your space for your control room? You overbuilt foundations for it, and you can't reduce it as you have to build something on top of it. Have you thought about doing some sort of hypertube hub? Where you've just got like a bunch of different hypertubes going to different parts of your world? Have you thought about that? Because that could look interesting, I think. Right, are you the correct height? I don't think it actually matters, does it? Because you're gonna go. No, I don't think it actually matters. Okay, now if I bring you down, means that again, all of that would then be glass. I think that would look like a decent pattern. In fact, yeah, let's just go with this. I could totally make a blueprint out of this though. Yeah. Would it save me much time? Yeah, because if I do this manually, it will actually take me a long time, but no. How long did that take? It took a while. I mean, granted, I did actually build a train station in the meantime, but let's see. Nine, then plop down this. Okay. Like that? No, you're gonna come up by 1.5. I've already messed it up. That's impressive. Well done, me. Round of applause. Please don't. It is sometimes quite annoying having to nudge things, but sometimes it pays off, I feel like. Other times it's just annoying. Let's see. Blueprints. I believe it's this one. Yeah. I'm guessing this is going to be too tall. Actually, ooh. No, maybe not, actually. So you're feck. Fine. It's fine. We got the right height. It's okay. You've done one for the whole world, but you could do one for... Yeah. I mean, that's the main thing that I would think of if I was trying to fit some room into my main control area. Oh, goodness gracious. Just pack the rest of that into there. Then grab this. Regarding how this will look from the interior, that's actually one thing I haven't thought of yet. I might as well think of it now before I progress any further. No, thank you. Don't want that. No. Again, it's a little bit on the bland side, but I feel like that will look fine. Because we're going to have glass, we're going to have lights over here, so maybe I just leave this empty. Although, would it look nicer if I did have something here? And if so, what? What if I made it hollow? So if I just got rid of all this, for example. I don't really want to be playing with fire though, because if I mess this up, it's just going to be really annoying to try and fix. A layer of billboards into the foundation to bring some sort of lights to the control room. That's a good idea as well. Some signs for lights. Okay, let me just get rid of that because you're actually right. Damn it. Okay, I thought that was the other one. Can I pretty please place this back? There we go. Nothing even happened. Oh, it's too low. Okay. So you're not the right height, are you? No. Do, do, do. There, is this now the right height? No. That is apparently? Okay. Well, that doesn't seem right to me. But apparently it is. Again, it would have helped if I didn't accidentally get rid of it. Oh well. It's fine. Yep. Okay, good. Then if I was to bring you across over there, you are now correct and lined up with that. So again, the thought process was, if I was to get rid of this, including all this? Okay, that appears to be fine. And then all that over here as well. You can stay. Oh. Change you, of course, to carbon steel. Thanks, chat, for ideas. Yeah, thank you for everyone for contributing for that. We're here to help each other. I can get rid of this. So you're gonna have to stay. Everything, oh dear, everything behind here. Oh, okay. What? Why is it going diagonally? Why is it going diagonally? Yes, that was a Harry Potter reference. Fine. I think then what I've got to try and do... This might look really complicated, but trust me, it's only extremely complicated. And I bring you back by 2. Okay, chat, hear me out. Now what I'm going to do is paint you guys white. That is right, we've got ourselves the 50th contrast that I'm doing of the day. And it's between white and black again. So creative, unbelievably creative. You can just beat this, can't you? There we go. You pop out through here? No. Just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better. It adds a little bit more light, so I'm quite happy with it. And you'll go all the way up to here. Though, why are you half nudged? Not anymore, you're not. do 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 do. That's a good base. Of course, we've got to improve on it. That's quite simple. All I have to really do is just add things like this, for example. You're out by half? Nope. There we go. Do, do, do. Nope. Little patterns like this. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, we'll make it up as we go along. So how big is this blueprint? You go up to around about there, okay. So I think what I want to try and do, because this will be from the outside, right? If you come all the way down to here, same thing here with you. Definitely get rid of this. And try and add this here as well. I believe these dimensions are correct. I suppose again we are going to find out, so let's hope it's correct. Same thing here as well. That looks fine to me. So you're both built on the same level, aren't you? Wait, are you? Yes. You have to go up by 2. Does that include this? Yeah, so it's like 1.5. Technically 1.5. There you go. Perfect. Same with you here as well. Half nudge back. Out by 3 and a bit. Then back to this. And simple as pie. Except you go up by... No, you are still up by 2. Okay. I thought that one would have been 3 if I'm honest, but no. Add this here. And I think I'm actually going to have to make this blueprint on 2 separate occasions, aren't I? Because if I want to try and place this blueprint on this side, the light's going to end up being the wrong way. Unless what I do is I replicate... No, I can't do that. I've already got a pattern on this side, haven't I? Okay. That's fine, though. This is fine for now. Me trying to convince myself this is okay. When it is not okay. Okay. And close you off. When it comes to the glass, that's the next sort of challenge. Although it shouldn't really be that difficult. It's just adding glass. I do have a tradition of making things more difficult than what they should be for myself. So let's find out. So now we're doing the exact same thing that what we did on the other side. We're getting rid of this for now. Well, I say temporarily, most of it is just going to go forever. There we go. Okay. Now what I want is this. I just realized the amount of concrete this is going to end up costing me. It's fine. It's going to be worth it. And again, thank you very much to everyone who's tuning in. Welcome back to the Shadow Band live streams. Ooh. Is this my first time being shadow banned on YouTube? I think it is. Yeah. My little punishment. So here's my idea. I'm gonna add you to here, then do some diagonal things. Which might make no sense, but don't worry, it makes no sense to me either. That's supposed to fill you with no. Relaxing feelings about what madness I'm about to do. Oh, nice, Vinod. Around this time. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've done too much on YouTube. I've been on this platform for a while. Okay, so I want this to go here for now. I'm down by 1. This might look really complex, but don't worry, it is. What do I do with this? I think I just leave that, yeah. We've been live now for over an hour already. Damn. I know I always sound so surprised, but I am surprised sometimes. It doesn't feel like an hour. It was like 2. No. Okay. Then what we'll do is this. You can barely even see that one. Okay. There needs to be a slightly bigger gap, I'd say. I'm essentially just trying to blend in a couple of these shapes together. So yeah, you're fine there. But preferably, well, prefer if you stay here. We need to go up by this a bit more. Yeah, why not? Great. Okay. Now, you don't actually appear through this wall, do you? No, so I can actually change the color of this. I think what I will do is change you to being white. And change you to being carbon. Don't need too much of it. That should be plenty. Then now what we do is select this. And there we go. Is that the right one? Because there's going to be a... actually, yeah, I know what to do. I've had an idea. So yeah, there's going to be a light there. You'll then be painted white, along with this. Let's do that right now. Perfect. Are you on the right level? Yeah, you are. Yeah, okay. Then you're going to be right around her. And that's the exact sort of fade I was looking for. Welcome, Denjin. Hope that you're doing good. Your YouTube year review says I am your top 1% viewer for your channel. Likely thanks to your best recipe series. Oh, nice, man. Well, thank you very much. I've barely even been uploading for the last couple months because of university, but that is pretty awesome. So thank you very, very much for that. And I hope that you found the videos helpful. And of course, hopefully I can upload more of those videos because I really enjoy making them. I'm going to try and go through and see what I haven't talked about yet. Which will be pretty difficult to do because we've talked about a lot of things by this stage. Okay, now, rather than repeating that pattern for the next hour, what I'm going to do is just this. There we go. Oh, I can't actually place it down there. No. Which means there will be a slight little gap. Also in the top 1%. Nice, Vinod. Yeah, I'm surprised that a lot of people still tune in. It's awesome, but it's still surprising. I am aware, obviously, that people did really enjoy the best recipe stuff. And I'm not just ignoring it. I want to do more of it when I get the opportunity. So, I'm just waiting for that now. I've made... Oh, I know what I've made. With this little X there. I've made the top left of the Union Jack. Right. Oh well. Whoops. I accidentally made the Union Jack again. The 14th time today. No. I would like to place you here though. It's a bit too small. That's better. So now what I want to try and do is select the text only. Get rid of this. Can't unsee it. Yeah, it's... yeah. Because I was looking at this pattern, I was thinking, this looks familiar, but I haven't built anything like this before. Which is true, I haven't. Well, this concept I have, but not this pattern. And then, yeah, it's the Union Bloody Jack. There we go. Now what the idea is going to be is this. That's a lot of room, actually. Let's see. Bought Satisfactory 1 year ago and really haven't stopped playing it. It's such a great game. Steam says you're about to hit 4,000 hours through some... yeah, I've got some AFK hours as well, and yeah, the game is good. Oh no, it doesn't line up properly. There's a counter to this. There's a counter to everything in this game. It's just trying to find it. Sorry, the music gave me a heart attack. I'm too old now. Like, heart attacks are going to be deadly to me. It's the right sort of idea, but the wrong execution. There we go. Some of the concrete stuff. Lovely. I know I literally just said that I didn't want to continue this pattern as I'm currently continuing the pattern. I'm trying to think, how can I make this work? You're way too thick and you don't snap on properly anyway. Unless you do. No, you definitely don't. Okay. So the plan was this originally. Yeah. Okay, this actually will work. It's pretty much the exact same as what I did down there. Come on. I know you want to cooperate. Is that the same sort of size? Yeah. I don't know why it's half nudged, but sure. Well, I just half nudged it, but I mean, I don't know why I had to half nudge it. What if I do this? Will that look good? You know what? That looks terrible. Let's not do that ever again. Okay. And the last thing to do, lies. It's never the last thing to do, is it? Never. What should be the last thing to do is this and that. There we go. I don't even know if this pattern's going to look nice. I think the concept behind it is fine. But in actual reality, no idea. You shouldn't just stop there, for example. I think what I want to try and do here is this. And do that to get rid of them two. No, wrong one. There. Okay. Then if I do the same sort of design over here, does that mean I'll then be able to actually add something here? Because as of right now, I can't. So, yeah. Yeah, there's never a last thing, is there? I've never played this game and finished it or completed it and felt like I was done. Like every time I've started a new save, I could have done more in the prior save, but I've run into so many PC problems, but now I shouldn't have those problems that I ran into prior. So, I'm hoping the series will go on for a significant amount of time. It's just I've got no time to actually stream. Except for now, I've got like 3 weeks. I'll be live pretty much every single day that I can be. And if I'm not live, I will message or leave a message somewhere saying I won't be live. This is much thicker than this, which is a bit of a problem. It's half a nudge thicker, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want to remove this entire thing, but I do want to double check. How simple would it be if I was to remove the entire thing? Pretty simple. Okay, that took no more than just a few seconds. That's good. I know I did say that I wasn't planning to move it, but I was. I kind of was. You now have to drop down by a little bit. There we go. You then go there. You then back. You then go here. Lovely. Okay. We are cooking with potassium. Not a good thing, by the way. Wait, why are you gone? Did I remove that? No, obviously that can't go. Oh no, that's actually fine. Yep. There we go. That's better. At least now it looks a little bit less like a Union Jack. I love the Union Jack, don't get me wrong. But I'm not trying to build it now. Yeah, cooking with potassium, yes. Absolutely, it really flavors the foods. Have you never added a uranium cell to your spaghetti bolognese? Oh, it's fantastic. It's traditional food here in the UK. Beans on toast with a side of uranium cells. Really good. I would recommend it. Yeah. For legal reasons, I do not recommend it. Okay. The annoying part now is going to be having to remake all of this for the next blueprint. But oh well. Nice. Damn, how many of these things have I made? And they're all crap as well. I've made so many of these blueprints. Okay. So I think this blueprint is done. I have now actually got to remove everything that I've... all the mess I've made here. Just so I can see if my ideas actually, you know, like, work. Which is quite important. I'll actually clear this for a sec. Because I've got a feeling... yeah, this is actually going to go all into the dismantle crate. Let's see. Rid of all of that. There will be some debris that I'm going to have to collect. All the lights, yep. All of the lights. As Kanye West would say. Or he would sing, should I say. Nice. Are you correct? What's the correct layer then? This. Right, so you're just taking the mick at this point. That's fine. Why are you... why are you all half nudged? I don't understand. Like, none of you should be half nudged. There we go. Okay, can I try and do this properly? Yeah, okay, you're now fine. Okay, that's good. Yes. So, you can now go, because I've used it for what I needed you to be used for. Same with that. Get all of our concrete back as well. Fantastic. Okay. Here goes nothing. If this doesn't work, by the way, or if it doesn't look nice, then we've wasted a lot of time. So hopefully it does work. And hopefully it lines up as well. That's our next potential problem. A fried banana and peanut butter and mayo. That sounds lovely. Like, it really does. Like, my mouth's watering after that one. But at the same time, I think I'd personally pass. But thank you very much for the... I'm guessing it was an offer. Thank you for the offer. Okay, now... You then have to come back on top of here again? You too high? You're half... Again, you're half nudging. I'm out of reinforced iron plates, damn. Okay, so how does it look from this angle? And we'll check the other angle. Land. Yeah. That's before the glass, which will make it even worse. I feel like the concept is there. That's about it. From the inside? Okay, from the inside it looks nice. I like this. Except I don't like that. That's a very simple change though, that's fine. On the outside though, again it needs a lot of work. As a starter, it's not too bad. Yeah, because you're now going to go in here, aren't you? I don't know how this next bit's going to work, by the way. Because I'm going to see the blueprint that if I just select this for a sec. One, two, three. No, it'll be here. Where is the middle point? It is here, right? No, it's here. Okay, so that is correct. So that's where I want the tower to go up. The thing is, I haven't really got a concept in mind for this actual build, which is quite difficult. Oh, you're singing again. There we go. I look just really far away from this. Maybe if I try and look from the other angle, because the plan originally was to have this thing here, have a bridge to somewhere over here with a much smaller build in the middle, like a glass build. So this entire thing will be concrete, just concrete all the way there as well, concrete all the way there, concrete there. And then this, just glass, just pure glass. Still possible. Let's see. I have got another idea. I don't build the tower as high as what I wanted it to be. Instead, what I do is I will build the tower up to here. That's it. I mean, it saves resources, but I don't massively care about that. I care more about just the look. This is the equivalent of going shopping and not looking at the price. Otherwise known as being a kid. Okay, yeah, this dismantle crate down here is now going to be packed, isn't it? Where even is it? I've lost the dismantle crate. Probably isn't a good thing. Oh, there it is. Bloody, look at all that concrete. Oh, no. So, for example, you'll only go up to around about here. The same thing then on that side. Then I've got the idea in my head. I know what I want to try and do. I'm just trying to figure out how can I do this and not make it look like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life, which is actually more difficult than you'd think. Yeah, there's a little bit of concrete there. I'm not sure if you saw it. If you squint your eyes, you'll just be able to see a little bit of concrete. It's basically non-existent. It's that small. Yeah. So, if I was to form an archway for you two, then you'll be a floor. Here. Let me just try and lay out the recipe for what I'm about to start cooking for you guys. I think this reform in the way that we're building this tower should be a decent idea. And if it's not, then I don't know. I'm sorry. Except I'm not sorry. Because I think this will end up looking alright. Although that is what I said earlier. And, well, you know what we got. It wasn't great. How long have I got? Ooh, okay. Time-wise, we should be fine. If I'm able to stream tomorrow, I'll mess around with trains for a bit. It would be a bit of a later stream than what I normally do, because again, I am attempting to survive a trip into London. I just don't like London, I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just different from the rest of England. Some people like it. I just don't like cities. I've had this conversation before. Okay, I think this will look far more, well, less crap. It's the normal way of saying it. Than what we were going to have before. Because, I mean, it still looks nice. Like, the layers are still there. I think this will look pretty dope. having a nice little archway, because it would be a very similar archway to this. Okay, okay. How would that look? Yeah, I need that because this is where the glass is going to end up being. Okay. I don't know why I sound really depressed right now. I'm not. I'm thinking. That is a common theme with me, by the way. Sometimes I will actually sound like I'm not happy. But sometimes when I do that, it's literally just because I'm trying to think of something. The idea, the concept there is fine. I don't want it to look like I'm doing too much, which I think I am doing too much. A drone port up. No. What did I just say? What did I just say? I'm doing too much, and now I just mentioned the D word. I'm not even gonna. No, I'm not building the D. No. I'm not doing drones. As the classic saying goes, do drugs, not drones. Well, I think that's how the saying goes. Okay, then you are too short. Story of my life. Okay, then connect into there at least. And there we go. Almost. Honestly, these beam connectors, man. These beam connectors. They're a godsend. I think what I want to try and do is finish 1/2 of this project, see what it's going to end up looking like. I'm not messing around with trains too much today. I've got the station in, but that's about all I want to try and do just for now. I want to try and add a little bit more detail into my projects. Things like this, for example. No one can see this. Unless you're traveling via Hypertube Cannon, which I'm the only one on the server, so it will just be me, and I kind of rarely fly in this direction. But just knowing that it's there comforts me. So, ooh, presents. Prezzies! Here we go, one more. I swear, I don't have friends until I start streaming. Whenever I start streaming, I receive messages. But throughout the rest of the day, nada. Why are you half nudged? Wait. Are you built really weirdly? No. Oh, okay. Right. I like the look of this actual build. Like the actual build, I think from the bird's eye POV as well, it will be great. I mean, I'm not a bird, so it won't really impact me, but it's still nice to know that if I was a bird, that would look quite nice. Right, you're then gonna go here. Oh, you're just gonna peek through there. Okay. We have got a counter. We have got a counter for this. S'il vous plaît, une croissant. Anyway. S'il vous plaît, please. Then I said, please, one croissant. How do you say I want? J'aime? No. Oh, yeah. French. That's fine. Brilliant. Oh, I can't build that there because of the way that the... Yeah. It's annoying. It's fine. Your game isn't lagging as much as it was when I was at your base, even though there are 256 refineries here and soon to be 80 constructors. Yeah, that's too intense, but it's not quite as intense as what I know you've built prior, so maybe that's the reason why. Okay, this wall here is pretty much done. I think what I want to try and do here is just this. There we go. Je vu. Oh, maybe. Je voudrais. That sounds familiar. Je voudrais. I don't know what that means, but I remember saying it when I was about 7. I once dre. Wait. No. There we go. Je veux dire. To English. I mean, what? Wait. Ah.
Je voudrais.
What the hell did I type? Je voudrais. Ah. I would like versus what did I type before? I mean. Wait, so wait.
I mean.
No, I know what it is in English.
Je veux dire.
Dear.
Je veux dire, j'aimerais.
Where the hell is Jimadre come? Where does that come from? That wasn't what it was a second ago. That's all now one word. Oh.
Je voudrais.
Anyway. Je voudrais une fromage avec mes compagnons. That's all I wanted to try and say, which translates to I would like one cheese with my friends. There you go. In case you guys want to speak French, just come to me for any tips and tricks. I have plenty. Bonjour means give me your money. Ça va means this is now my property. But yeah, I'm basically bilingual. Bilingual pickle. That was my nickname in school. No, it wasn't. No. I think what we've learned from today's stream is that English is just far easier. Although not really. There. I just said 3 different words. There. 3 different words. Your. Again, 2 different words. So maybe it's not easier. I have looked back on some English words and I have questioned how I've actually been able to learn this language. It's not the most difficult language to learn in the world. I mean, anyone can do it. Unless you're as bad at languages as I am, then good luck. But for the most part, it's not that bad. Right, so the next thing I want to try and do now is replicate this blueprint, which I prefer the way this thing looks from the interior than the exterior. But anyway, I'm trying to replicate this blueprint and flip it around. Also, I might get rid of that. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay. But how can I replicate this, though? I don't think I can. Let's see, what was this blueprint even called again? The one that I last edited, most likely. I'll then change this to 0012 very quickly. Like 0011 should be the exact same. Oh, 011, sorry. Yep, okay, great. Now what I want to try and do is get rid of everything except for this wall here. No, that won't work. This is going to be quite difficult, I think. Do I have to redesign the entire thing? Bloody hope not. But I can't really see a plan B. Let me just start with the basics. Let me get rid of all of this. Then essentially just switch this around. And let me see what we can do from there. Basically. But this will be the easiest thing that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the stream. That's... You... I don't need you, that's fine. Okay. 1, 2. One more. Away. That's me trying to make it different, doesn't matter. 3. Okay. And you're 1.5 wired, aren't you? So in theory, I only need 2, then just straight down from there. Okay. And just straight up. This can all go, I think? Yeah, you can go. Just like so. And get me some of this. Get me it. Okay. Now I'm going to try and construct this around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Da 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 da. Except now this is going to be the middle point. I think, right? Yeah. Do do do. So for the next stream, we're going to be focusing quite a lot on trains, obviously. How long is that going to take me? A day? No, that's a bit of a joke, isn't it? To design the actual blueprint, all the blueprint's going to be is, well, 2 things. First of all, for this particular building only, we're going to have the rail somehow hooking onto the ceiling. So what I want to try and do is think of a wrench sort of design. Like this. So imagine the train coming through here and it's just hanging up from the ceiling like that. Obviously it would be a bit straighter, but that's the plan. Like a monorail. But if it was attached to the ceiling. And the second design is... I'm going to get rid of a picture of a wrench. There we go. The second design is going to be the rail resting on a like a concrete foundation. It'll be really simple. I'm not planning to overdo this project at all with the trains. It will look a bit shabby, but I don't care, if I'm completely honest. I just want it to function. That's like my biggest request for this project. Wanting it to work, which shouldn't be that difficult, but that's it. Right, so all of this has to go on this side. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to get redone, isn't it? I mean, that's just going straight through us. That's annoying. But let me just double check that. Oh, should I get rid of everything behind here? I think so. I don't think there's anywhere I can really redeem. Actually, there is. But then I've got to switch it over as well, so. No, I think this all just has to go. I don't see a way where I can save time with this. I've always got it saved to another blueprint if I do desperately need it, but yeah. Don't think it's going to work out for us, if I'm honest. It's not you, it's me. So dark, by the way. It's dark enough as it is outside this time of day. Like, it's not even 4 o'clock, and I need lights on in the house, otherwise I will struggle to see. Get rid of all this. I didn't realise how much we added. Damn. I suppose now I do. I know you can stay. You come back by a little bit. I'm actually unsure about you. I'll leave you there for now. Half nudge you out to there. Do you want to override that? Yes. Let's get rid of all that. I don't need any of it. Okay, you are looking rather similar. Height-wise, are you fine? Yes, you seem to be fine there now as well, so that's fantastic. You lined up there pretty well, I would say. Let's just double check that everything is indeed good. Yep, you're lined up with that too. Need to add that into the... Well, there's still a lot I need to try and add. I'm just making sure it's fine. And in here, yeah, so... Let's do it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Just do it! Yeah, you don't get in the way of this. Actually, no, you do get in the way of it, which is the whole point. You go up to... 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes, regarding this, though, it's fine. It still does look a little bit bland. But I think it's actually okay. This is now going to be a bit of a problem for us. You're actually fine to be left completely blank. I don't think I need anything there. You, on the other hand, need some stuffs. Some things and stuff. Why are you just sticking out like that, though? You shouldn't be. Yeah, that's much better. I can visually see that's better. Hopefully it'll be daytime soon now as well, because it's kind of annoying building in the dark constantly. Seems like the only time that I'm ever building is literally in the dark. Let's add you to here. You connect to there, so yes, I suppose I do actually need that. I thought you said this playthrough would only use belts and drones. I did, but this is for our Ficsmas factory, and it's going to be completely unoperational after January. Well, I suppose January 7th for me, 'cause that's when I'm going back. Holy presents, by the way. There's tons of presents around here. Gee, wait. There we go. Let me just try and take a very quick mental break and collect a few of these prezzies. Let's try and get to maybe 300. Oh, that's quite a lot, actually. 200. We've already got two. Okay, maybe 300. We're up to 220. 260. One more. 320. Lovely. $340. Oh, there's still a couple more left over here. The presents are, I would almost say, inconsistent. I feel like it takes ages for them to drop. Because, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before. We were trying to look for the presents, and it took us so long to find anything. Whereas now, it's far better, far easier. Which is interesting. 420, that's not too bad. I can't wait to get rid of this. It's definitely functional, but I don't really want it. Yeah, we've definitely got enough stuff here. Yeah. A bunch more stuff here as well. That's great. I suppose now we can actually look at this build from this angle, because I haven't done that yet. Okay, it needs a lot of work. I have to try to add some sort of foundation on top of that. Preferably that could have gone up by a little bit more, but I'm not doing that now, so it is what it is. And how does it look from a little bit further back? Let's see. I think it looks interesting. Actually, it looks a lot better, like, from certain angles, which is how most of my builds look, to be fair. Like, I think this particular angle looks really cool. Just seeing all the different floors, the train station in there as well. The heights. But it's not a small factory. It is not a small factory. In fact, for comparison, let me just add a door here to show you guys. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks alright. So here's the factory. And there's the door down there. It's tiny in comparison. Because, I mean, yeah, it's a big factory, I suppose. But I still think the interior will look a lot nicer than the exterior. Even though we haven't yet finished the exterior, but oh well. Yeah. It's huge. And I'm barely using any of it. But the main purpose of me building it here, and you guys might remember, I was actually spending a while trying to look for a good location for it. The reason I decided here is so I can use up a bit of this land and not make the coal power plants look completely dire. And I think we've achieved that goal. I think so. Oh well. Sorry. Great. Okay, let me just get this out of the way with. I was trying to think what's going to be the easiest way for me to do this. I think placing a blueprint designer right here In fact, it doesn't even have to be a designer. It has to be the actual blueprints. Oh damn, okay, I'm missing quite a lot of resources now. Have I got any reinforced iron plates in here? 67, it's not great. Not great. I'm not doing the 6-7 meme. I'm too old for that. There we go. I am quite surprised though that we're not getting any quartz. Because I should be automating this, which means that something's gone wrong for me to not be able to be fully automating them right now. I know that I am sinking a lot of them, but don't... Oh, maybe I haven't got a smart splitter. Okay. That's not today's problem. It's 4 o'clock and I'm yawning like this. Tomorrow I'm going to be up until about 3 in the morning. Dreaming. How am I going to cooperate? Bear in mind that's after a day of travel, so... Today the only place I travelled to was the gym, which isn't really that much of a travel. It's a hop, skip and a jump down the road. Oh, there we go. What am I looking for again? Oh yeah, it's you. No, other one. It was a 50-50. There we go. I know what I'm doing. It's just I don't know what I'm doing. That's it. You keep hearing 6-7 whenever I go, yeah. I don't get it. Who is it that said it recently? Someone said it and it made me like physically cringe. It was our Prime Minister. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he did like a thing in school where he just goes to schools to see how they're doing, which is what everyone does. And he did the 6-7 meme. So that was... I was eating my lunch as I saw this, by the way, so I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm just pissed off. When? Oh, I don't know when this was. Oh, here we go. Even no, my face is in the way. That's the one. In a 6-7 dance. I can feel the cringe coming back to me. It's fine. We ignore these things. We don't let it affect our day. But it's having a massive impact on mine. Wait. I'm just thinking here. Dangerous, I know. If I copy over this blueprint, get rid of everything that's on this side, and just have this wall, all I then have to try and do is nudge you over here, then everything is copied over, basically. Let me do that. So, save blueprint. Load in this. I haven't got the... I might... Wow. What am I missing? Oh, quartz. How has this gone so tragically wrong? You check the comments, people were just like, yeah. It's a tough generation to be in. It really is. Okay, let me now just save this as this. And again, same thing. Get rid of everything other than basically this wall here. I don't know why I'm talking like an AI. This wall right here. My brain's fried. I've got nothing. I've got nothing left. Okay, yeah, you can all go. This shouldn't take too long to do, in all fairness. Should be done within a jiffy. There we go. Do. AI customer service. I don't like almost anything to do with AI, if I'm honest. There are some things that AI is very good with. I was reading somewhere that a company in Africa was able to protect a group of rhinos. I don't know if it's like a herd of rhinos, but a group of rhinos using AI, because these AI like drones or something were able to detect when a poacher was about to come close to a rhino herd. So then they were able to scare away the poachers. So using AI has saved, not necessarily saved the rhinos, but it's helped the rhinos in some regard. So that's cool. That's great. But for the most part, I'm not a massive AI fan. Luckily, I would say I'm able to tell the difference 9 times out of 10 between an AI video and a real video. But I've seen a couple of videos recently where I genuinely cannot tell if it's AI or real life. Which is very concerning, because bear in mind, 2 years ago, you could tell. You could be blindfolded and tell if it was an AI video or not. Whereas now, it's becoming quite difficult. And bear in mind, I'm 23. I know a decent bit about tech. I've grown up with tech. Some people who are potentially older than myself have not experienced that tech and might find it very difficult to try and find the difference between that and what's real. There we go. So the reason why I've copied over this blueprint right here is because I find it a lot easier just to mimic the shape here than it is just to start all over from the very beginning, because that is just quite annoying. Hunting snakes, yeah, it has got its benefits. I think it'll be quite useful in medicine. Hopefully. Rid of all this here as well, I don't need this. It's one of those things that it can be used for good, it's just whether or not the people that's made them want to use it for good, or if they want to use it for bad. We are the creators of our own destruction, at the end of the day. Right, so I think that's where I wanted the wall to be. Does this line up? Oh. No. Well, actually that does, but this doesn't. Gosh darn it. There we go. Great. So I add you to there. Then what I need to do now is this. Perfect. Yeah, this is much better. Can I please? Thank you. Yep. So just making sure here, you're definitely ahead of that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this definitely seems a lot easier than me trying to do this without, well, this. But as you say as well, AI customer support. There's nothing worse than when you're in a technical discombobulation and you need help with something, and then you keep getting put through to an AI software and they don't answer your question. The reason why I'm talking to you is because I am up shit creek and I need help. The last thing I want is an AI telling me what I already know. That is just not going to help me. In fact, quite the opposite. It's just going to piss me off. Is this correct? I realise I'm yapping, but I'm also trying to focus on this as well. And I think this is all looking good so far. Gee, I don't need that there just yet. Okay. I had that with my banking thing as well, because I was trying to get some answers from my bank. And I had to do something within a certain time limit. I didn't have much time. But I was trying to contact my bank, HSBC. And nothing. Literally nothing, just AI. So then we went to the branch and we said, okay, hello, I'm having this banking problem. Can you please help me out with it? And then they gave us the classic answer of, yeah, just use the app. Okay, use the app. So I'm on the app trying to figure it out. Doesn't answer the question. Then have to ring them again, and then you're on hold for about 15 minutes. And then an AI answers you saying, what can we help you with today? If it is this, type 1. If it is this, type 2. If it's something else, type 3. So, let me just speak to Susan down in the HSBC help desk, and she'll be able to help me within 4 minutes, if that. I don't need this AI nonsense in my life, man. Oh yeah, the AI overview in Google. I completely forgot about that. But it's everywhere, isn't it? Trust me, as someone who's currently in uni, it is very helpful. But the thing is though, sometimes it's wrong. I've noticed that it's given me an answer that's wrong a few times now, actually. Which is quite frustrating, because I would prefer if it wasn't wrong. So I have to double check it constantly. I'm not really a massive, like, ChatGPT fan. I don't use it myself. I know I could, and sure, it would probably make my life a little bit simpler, but I don't learn anything using ChatGPT. I learn nothing. And I'm doing a subject where I actually want to try and learn. See enough news about it? Okay, well, it's just a conversation. So now I'm going to try and pop this forward here a little bit. And down. You're the right one. Yeah, no, you are the right one. So it should be like this. I hope this works, by the way. Imagine doing all of this and it just doesn't work. That'd be really fun. It should work, right? Yeah. I think. It's the exact same as that. Hmm. Surely I still need to then turn it around. Like, these two have to be over in this corner, right? I'm gonna save it, but I don't think this is actually gonna help. Let me just try and load in this again. Yeah, see how it now has to be facing that side instead? Okay. I think what I'll do... Okay, I need more raw quartz. There's not really much I can do about that, though. Let me just store everything. We'll go get some more raw quartz and we'll fix what's the little problem back there. And we'll return to this. I might even do it off camera because I don't want to have to go through all that again on stream, but we'll see. Exit, no. There we go. Also, the advent calendar as well. What day is it today? The 10th? Okay, let's try and find number 10. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 4 seconds. Not too bad. Oh, we've got our Christmas hats. Might as well equip it. Oh.
By equipping this new hat at the lockers in the hub, you can finally turn your mental state into a fashion statement.
Nice. What's like the most hideous character I can make, do you think? I hate that. I mean, that doesn't even look bad. I just look a bit like Father Christmas. What does that change? Oh, it changes that. Okay, well now I'm a red coat, so that didn't really make much of a difference. I'm trying to be Father Christmas. That's fine. That's not too bad. That doesn't look too bad either. Can we try another colour? No. Vile, 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 vile. Disgusting. Ugh. No. We'll stick with this. Wait, have I got emotes? This game's got... I don't really care much for emotes. But, where do I even see my emotes? Oh, there we go. Hello. Oh, that's for... Okay. Actually look quite nice. Oh, that's adorable. Oh. Are there any Easter eggs that I've missed with the decoration? Yeah. Fix it glug. Loch. 2024. Not bad. Like, I'm really good at Swedish. Radiation. Wait, let me actually just whip out my Swedish translation. English to Swedish. I mean, one assumes it's Swedish because, yeah. So the word that we are looking for is Hansverk. Crafts. Oh. I took a screenshot. Oh, tradition. Oh, I thought it said radiation. Bro, I need to get to Specsavers. Get me some glasses. Anything else we need to translate? God, Jules. Christmas. Good Christmas. Oh, good Christmas to you. Potential, what's it called? Goat Simulator reference? Presents, more presents. Season's greetings from the tropics. Yeah. Very nice. No. I can see my house from here. In fact, no, I can't. That's a nice helmet. Like the black and blue. That looks quite nice. I don't think I've missed anything else here that's like Christmas themed, have I? Holy FPS, by the way. There we go. Not FPS. What's it called? Field of view. Merry Ficsmas. All the oh, thank you. I haven't played that game in a while. Oh, is that what I think it is? Damn. So I thought I saw this teased in the console trailer, but now it looks a bit different. It's the golden joystick, which is the award that's Ficsmas. Oh, that's Satisfactory 1. I need this book. Includes hot tips from top pioneers and Fix-It employees. Okay. The mathematics of wonton burrito meals. My head is doing some. It doesn't matter. I'm dancing. That's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. The Fix-It. Why can I not say Fix-It? Some Fix-It matches. Industrial sci-fi. Sci-fi what? M. Thank you, Hagen. Thank you. Hygiene? Hygiene. Hygiene. Hygiene isn't spelt like that. I didn't think it was. List of people to send a card to. Oh, okay. Bane Games. Tiny Pirate. Mug. I mean, Bane Games is a real content creator. They haven't uploaded in 8 years. I took a screenshot. Whoops. Okay, I don't think I've missed anything Christmassy in here. Just double checking. I've got my hats. That's great. I came back here. Oh, yeah, for quartz. And then I'll do the build off camera to save you guys from having to watch me do that. So, how are we doing in regards? That's good. Do concrete. That's really good. One, two, three, four. Oh, you're missing quite a bit. There we go. Okay, you know what? I think that's about it for today anyway. We started in our starter factory. I'm going to end in our starter factory. Because we did what I wanted to try and do. We finished the part of the factory that I wanted to try and finish. Tomorrow will be part 2 of finishing the factory. So stay tuned if I'm live tomorrow. But whenever I'm next live on Satisfactory will be part 2 of finishing the factory. So if you guys would like to shoot into that, then feel free. Regardless, thank you very much for watching. To everyone that watched over on Twitch, thank you very much. We had 3 people who watched over on Twitch today, so thank you very much to those 3 individuals. Regarding YouTube, thank you very much for the 51 people that have tuned in. That is extremely kind again. And the viewing duration is always so high for these streams. Like, people are watching for a long time, so thank you very much. Hope that you guys did end up enjoying it. Tomorrow, I hope to see you guys. You can subscribe and set a notification for when I next go live, but it's up to you. You don't have to, but it's entirely up to you. Regardless, have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow or the day after that. Godspeed, stay safe, and cheerio.